Okay, so now moving on to fourth cue. So for fourth cue is where we start to introduce joint locks and joint manipulation. Okay, so first one's real straightforward, basic SAPI application essentially. It's a straight arm bar. When we talk straight arm bars, especially when you're talking about literally, just control of an arm, different versions, but the one we're talking about is triceps fulcrum up. So what we mean by that is you've got the load, right? So that's the load weighing down. This is the effort pulling down, and then the fulcrum is at the tricep, right? Tricep tendon right behind the elbow is where you're aiming. So tricep is the fulcrum, that's going up, load and effort's essentially going down. Right, so as you can see, it's basically a SAPI application. So starting from here, underneath, and it doesn't matter, some people like to just go, right, grab here. Personally, I like to, engage the lat. If you can grab your own lapel to make that more effective, because then that's not slipping, then that's real easy, okay? Thumb up also works quite well. There's less flex and give through the shoulder, and it goes through the elbow more. So first one that way, you can kind of roll through it more. If your arm's that way, you can't roll out of it. Okay, so different application, but that's real basic. We've all done it. It's real straightforward. From there, you can build on. So obviously, first one, as I said, it's just straight around, boom, here. However, if I go, just face forward, if I go from here and lock onto my own arm, so I go down low and lock, okay? Then what I want to do is step back and I bring this towards his groin. Down, and it sort of goes down and up, okay? Down, up. It takes the force directly up through the shoulder. Completely different. But it's technically the same lock, it's just from a different position, right? So this is technically called tricep fulcrum up because load, effort, fulcrum. On the tricep tendon, going up, right? So tricep fulcrum up, straight arm bar. But when you start playing down to here and you step back and go up that way, it really takes the force through. And if I'm being really mean, I step in front and go through, and then he starts to throw. Right? That's a real nasty sort of throw. That's kind of you play that when people have learned that for a while and moved on. Now, all of those are correct. Whether you're this way, that way up, whether you're that way up, that's fine. If you're that way, obviously incorrect. But those two, not a problem. If you're going to a figure four and going down, fantastic. That's even better because that really culminates and pulls in. So completely the same lock but executed in a very different way. So that's essentially your first arm bar that I'm suggesting we learn.